Hello, I just realized I forgot to change my TV. So, uh-oh. John's coming to help me. I can hear him already. Hello, hello. Hi. Sorry, hang on. I will be able to read chat a lot better in a sec. I'm back. Honey. Hey, I hooked up the HDMI cable to the laptop, but maybe it's not hooked to the TV? Oh, it's not all the way in, I bet. Never mind. I know how to do things. I just do them wrong. How are you? Oh, okay. Oh, okay, I did it. Oh, the volume's very low. Uh-oh. Hang on. Yeah, it is low, isn't it? Hang on a sec. Wonder why that is. Oh gosh. I don't think I changed it. Okay, is that better? No. Is it better? Is it still really low? Oh dear. Hang on one sec. I don't remember. Wait a minute. Let me try. Okay, is that better? I just switched to a different mic. Is it better? I don't know what I'm doing. There's something creaking by the mic. Oh dear. All right. What about that? Oh, the creaking is the mouse. Well, well, Crystal, sometimes I get it right first thing. Honestly, I don't know. Is it? Oh my goodness, what is it? changed it. Oh, how funny. I'm still looking. Hang on. Oh, this just says maybe that's why. Hang on. Let me switch to a different mic and see if that does it. Because there's a mic on every camera I have.
Oh gosh, that looks like it might be loud. Is that better? That's better, isn't it? Let me turn off this one. Don't tell me I got it right. Okay, did I get it? Yes. I don't even know which mic it's doing right now, but do we care? I did turn off the one that was on. I wonder if when I hooked it up, it like picked up a different one. I don't know. A little loud. I can't help that. That's my voice. I got sweaty. You guys, it's so humid here. It's not even funny. Hi. Echoey. Wait a minute. Wait, is that better? Is it still echoey? Yes. Woo! I do know how to do things. I don't know. I'm just slow. How are you? But it's not, isn't it? It's fixed now, right?
Wait, now is that weird? Can you tell me I was sweating? Hello, I missed you guys too. I just turned off a different audio input, so if I messed it up. Ooh. What are you guys? Okay, all right, thank you, Caitlin.
Okay, now it's good. It's good. Right? This is the one I need to turn off. That one. Okay. Whew. This is funny. The echo, it was echoing because it was picking up on 2. But I think I got it now. Yeah, yeah. I am leaving it. Trust me. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, I'm so confused because some of you are saying it's right and some of you are not. I got some stuff on my trip and it'll be in the video on Tuesday. I filmed yesterday already. Welcome back. Thank you. We had fun. It was long. The trip back was long. We were in the car for like 2. Oh, good. Thank you, Mary. 2 days, like 2 12-hour days or something. And it was good, But, you know, it's a long time to be trapped in the truck with the dogs and everything. Oh my goodness. Well, I just don't know what to do. How loud is it? Can I see? It doesn't look like it should be that bad. I don't know. Oh, Carrie, seriously, those were the pictures. Carrie said the pictures were beautiful. Those are the pictures that I took with my phone, and I have not even taken my camera pictures off to look at on my laptop yet. So, okay, Rhonda doesn't have any static. How are you guys? Okay, perfect. Good, good, good. I missed you guys too. I really did. I did. And I did not really spin or knit that much because like I had my eyes open all the time trying to see everything. But we had fun. The last load of laundry is in right now. I have done so much laundry since we got home. It's been crazy. What's everybody else doing? What are you guys all doing? What are you working on? Are you spinning? Are you knitting? Are you dyeing? Are you weaving? What are you doing? I need to hear all of it. Oh, that's so sweet. I watched one of your older videos on rerun last Sunday and thought of you. Mm-hmm. It was very fun. Tiring. It was funny how we just every night we were tired out. We really weren't working, you know. Crystal started a sock for the 1,000th time. Oh no. Oh my goodness. Carrie's spinning for a sweater. Starting to do my nails. Linda. Amy, okay. I still haven't gotten mine. My bag, my paradise bag. I'm really frustrated too. Mandy, you're not the one that sent are you the one that sent me the Angora? Because I'm asking because Tracy Irwin would like to connect with you because she is also in Canada. Dion's carding breed study fiber. Oh, Katie's knitting a toddler flax light. That's fun. Oh, wait a minute. Erin said I have exciting news. I'm now VP of my Weavers Guild and also programs committee chair. Oh my gosh, that's a lot. Congratulations. That is so cool. Rhonda is knitting for your physical therapist. That's fun. Baby hat. It's a girl. Oh, how fun. Oh, so she's making button-on flowers so you can change it. That's awesome. Oh, Carrie. Okay, because it's Amanda. And her last name is similar, but I didn't think that was quite right. I think hers starts with an M. Oh, okay, Cindy's knitting a Wilma Wallaby. I don't know what that is. Is it the same as the old Wallaby? Okay, Dion, I'm so glad you haven't gotten yours either, because I was kind of stressing. That we had our mail held, and they dropped it off yesterday, and I was like, there's something missing. It is, Amy. Amy said the mail is weird because I usually get my bag before. Oh my gosh, Rhonda's getting her first one. Hi, Cheryl. Welcome. We're glad to have you here. I'm glad to have you here. Brenda's working on the Parnell sweater. Is it Barocco or Barocco? I never really know. Barocco is 1, Barocco is 2. Carrie got her paradise bag yesterday. Don't spoil it. I literally struggle even to look at Instagram because I'll ruin it. Oh dear. Mary's creative space it's getting emptied more and more. Finally have 2-yard sale. Oh, find cube shells to paint. I love mine. Oh, Deb's got raw alpaca. Alpaca. Oh, okay. Wilma is the name for size 2 on the wallaby. Baracco was president. Not quite. Close. Hi, Brenda. Hi, Tanya. Oh my gosh, it's been forever. And hi, a beer. You guys, hello. The old gang's back together. Is that weird? Bear is crocheting a little mini pumpkin from handspun yarn. I think I really need to make some more pumpkins from last year. My stepmom took some of them. I mean, I said she could. I didn't. She wasn't like sneaking them into her purse or anything. But I was like, no, take them. I'll replace them, and I didn't do it yet. Good morning, Michelle. Are you in Australia or New Zealand, Michelle? Oh my gosh, Dion, you finished washing all that fleece? Holy moly. The vacation was great. A beer said, hope the vacation was relaxing. A lot of it was relaxing. A lot of it was just like on the move, go, trying to see the whole world in 2 weeks. We do need jackets. We can't be the pink ladies because we're not all ladies, but Mary said the space has been full of boxes of heirlooms. Why is it heirlooms? Oh, because they were unpacked from moving. Right. I read that. I read your comment about that. Candy said, I have 2 pairs of socks going from handspun, a crochet pineapple stitch shawl, a knit mesh beach bag, and I'm sewing fabric scraps together into quilt blocks. I so understand. Hi, Christine. Welcome. 3:42 a.m. Well, well, I wasn't going to say that, Carrie. Carrie said, I'm no lady. She's no lady. She was trying to make me say, I'm no lady. Oh, Northern California. Oh, no. And a fire evacuation warning for the last 2 weeks. Still hoping for good news. I am hoping too. While we were in Wyoming, the guy who owned the campground that we were in, by the way, I fell in love with Wyoming. I also really like South Dakota. But but the owner of the campground said you should come back when there aren't wildfires because the smoke was making it so like you couldn't even really see the, you could see the first, I don't know, layer of mountains, but you couldn't see the ones further away. Oh, Elizabeth, do you like it? You said you liked it. I love my shirt. We were in was it Rapid City? John will probably answer. I think he's listening. Yes. We were, Crystal. We were at Slipsnit, which is a shop there. Hello, Mrs. When weaving, depends on what you're asking. She said, I'm so glad I caught it live. When weaving, are you using thread or yarn? I'm never really just using thread. So it's a type of yarn. Oh my goodness. Wait, Hermit said, currently spinning 500 grams of Cordale on a drop spindle. Wish me luck. Good luck. You can do it. People do it. Rapid City. Okay, yes. There's so many, I don't know, words with river words, cities with river words in them, like Cedar Rapids, Rapid City. There's so many. Yeah, I was worried about that shirt, but I absolutely love mine. I'm going to actually do a new shirt every couple of months, and I'm just going to keep buying myself the shirt because I really liked it. I was surprised. It is. Mary said, hi, Trisha. I met you this summer at a spin-in. Where were we spinning, Mary? This summer? Uh-oh, wait, I missed something. Rapid City. But that's not where I was, right? I was in, where was I? I was in Rapid City. Hi Trisha, how are you? I don't know. I would have to look to see Dion. I'm not sure, but the current ones are silk screened. Also, in the future, there might be some that are like printed direct to garment, but these are silk screens. Cheryl said, "I do my spinning with drop spindles. That's so cool." Oh, Mary! Mary let me spin on her Luette, right? And I was like, thank you, Crystal. I don't know why I can't remember that. Probably because we were all over everywhere. Now, remind me where you're from, Mary. Can't remember. I want to say Ohio, but then I think that's wrong. Sorry, yes, the Lendrum. I just said Luette and I meant the Lendrum. I had never spun on one before and it was awesome. And now I want one a little bit. Hi, Chris. When we went out, we drove across, we stayed in, okay, so this is going to be fast. It'll be quick. We stayed in Iowa. So we drove through Illinois, Indiana and Illinois to Iowa, and then Arizona. Okay, sorry, no, not then Arizona. Mary said she's from Arizona. Why did I not remember that? And then we stayed in Nebraska. Then we stayed in Wyoming for a few nights. No, sorry. Then we stayed in Colorado a few nights. Then Wyoming. Then Montana. Then Montana again. Then South Dakota. Minnesota. Then we came home. Minnesota took forever. I mean, I'm not complaining, but it would just seem like, holy cow, this state is bigger than I thought. Dawn said I have 4 small raw fleeces coming in the next 2 weeks. I can't wait. That's really exciting. Well, Candy, I've been where you live. Quite a few times, actually. It is. You guys are so funny. Mrs. said, oh, when you do your dishcloth, is that cotton yarn or cotton thread that was on the spools? The dishcloths are yarn. Hi, Rox, thanks. The dish towels are still a yarn, but it's much closer to thread. It's very, very, very fine. Whatever. Oh, you know what? I messed up. I was going to set this so that while I was drafting, you guys could see. I don't know if it's going to work. Let's see. This is my setup. Oh, Rox missed it. I was trying to get my volume right, and I was actually thinking of you and thinking you could probably relate. We did not, Crystal. You have president statues on your corners? That sounds so cool. Luther did great. He doesn't, as long as Carrie asked how he did traveling, as long as I am there, he's pretty okay. When we first got him, we drove I think it was 10 hours both ways. Once it's set up right, it's okay, right? So I think it was 10 hours both ways. I'm just going to keep piling this up. Each way. And when he was riding home with me, he curled up in my arm, in the crook of my arm. And he did that a whole bunch on this trip, which he hasn't done in a couple of years. As long as I had my arm on the armrest, he would just lay down and put his head on my arm. It was sweet. But he's right here. But he's now having separation anxiety. We've been together for 15 whole days. Please don't go anywhere. Cynthia, hi. All right, we had some sound issues, and I'm not sure which mic I'm using right now. When I start my wheel, if this is a sound problem, somebody please holler. Because I tried to set it far away, but now I don't know which mic I'm on. Okay, so ready? Here we go. Candy asked, did you stop at Wall Drug or the Corn Palace? We did not. Is it loud? Also, I've got to switch that a sec. Hello, Avalon. How are you? Okay, thank you, Lori. Bear said I got given some raw mohair locks that are not too dirty, and the sample lock cleaned up beautifully, but still has a slight odor. Is Power Scour good at eliminating that? I have not used it for odors. Was it a male? Because they can be a little funkier. Sorry, it's the truth. Oh, I'll try that after, Rox. Okay, good. I mean, what I should do is name them, right, when I'm setting it up, but did I? No. Oh. Oh my gosh, does it? It does. Well, somebody asked last week if or maybe the week before, would I please make it so you can see when I'm drafting instead of the wheel one time just for fun? So I did. Yeah, if it's a male, there is stuff you can do. You can like stick it in a closed like tub, like a Rubbermaid tub or whatever with baking soda or even cat litter underneath it. Sounds weird, but it absorbs the odors. So you can try that. Or Dion said soak in vinegar and the power rinse. The vinegar is a great idea. I haven't tried the power rinse, but I'm sure it would work. I mean, I would trust Dion's opinion. Kind of seems like she knows what she's doing. I was looking at her pink spinning the other day and I was like, dang, that's pretty. Oh yeah, Rhonda said activated charcoal might work too. That's a good idea. I've never tried that. I used to, gosh, I don't know if I've ever even told you guys this, but quite a few years ago, back before Amazon, well, before Kindles and stuff like that, I used to sell used books and DVDs and all that stuff on Amazon as kind of like a little side hustle. And sometimes I had to take like smells from books from like smokers' houses, or they weren't properly stored or whatever, and I always used that cat litter trick and it worked so well. So Trisha asked, what has been your favorite part of vacation? When we were in Wyoming, we saw so many animals, like all these antelope, all these bison, and we saw a whole herd of white bison. And when we were driving to see the bison, there was this little group, I guess, of mooses. It was a female and two males, and they were like, I don't know how far away the female was. She was closer to us, and it was so close to the road. And John and I stopped, and she just sat there staring at us in the truck, and we took pictures and stuff. We did not get out, by the way. Maybe he got out. But we got some really cool pictures. She was just staring at us, and we thought maybe like they were her offspring, but the owner of the campground said that they're close to rut, and they were probably like sticking close to her, because they were ready to be dads. They don't really know. They don't care about that part. Oh my goodness. Sharon said just processed a Shetland fleece, combed the whole thing. Wow. But those animals in Wyoming, that was like my most favorite part. They do. And she was, I think, just like, yep, well, you're going to have to wait. But she looked at us very long and hard. I mean, John got some good pictures. I haven't even looked at mine yet, so I don't know. But that was my favorite part. It was so awesome. Seeing all those animals in the wild is just so cool. Like whole herds of antelope. So cool. In Yellowstone, we saw a humongous bison. John got some pictures of that too. It was standing in the river. Chris said, "How did you like 2 weeks in a camper?" It was fine, really. I mean, I spent a few minutes every day pretty much trying to keep everything picked up and clean because it's just such a small space. But the good part of that is that it doesn't take very much time to clean up your small space. Oh, Carrie said they saw orcas in Puget Sound. It was amazing. It's just so cool. Like we've seen, I guess it's the humpback whales that migrate past the Baja Peninsula. We've seen them migrating like outside Cabo, out in the ocean. That is so, is it humpback whales? That was like an experience that I will never forget and I would love to go back and see again. But John's kind of looked at bigger campers since we got back because our bathroom is so little. Oh my gosh, Candy said her hubby works out of state and lives in a camper for months, but how small? Because ours is only 26 feet. It's small. Oh my gosh, Chris, that's cool. Chris said when I was pregnant with number 2, I rented an RV in Salt Lake and drove 2 weeks around the area. That sounds really, really cool. It's so interesting, right? Because we started off and I was like, I just want to move to Wyoming. However, the house that I liked was about $4 million over budget. So we just came home. But after a while, you're like, home sounds so good. Just home, home, home. I don't know how people do it for months at a time. Oh, that would have been nice. Candy said I forgot the length, but it has 2 slides. The old one had 3. We don't have a slide at all. But it's really big enough for the 2 of us, I think. Rhonda said, I could probably live in a camper if we didn't have kids. They are 18 and still in the messy teenager stage. I understand. Tanya said, New Zealand is so boring when it comes to native animals. Even our native bird icon is a small brown kiwi. They're cute. Oh my goodness. Brenda said our camper's 17 feet. It's very cozy. I guess. But I mean, we don't need a bigger one, but I would like 1 slide out and maybe a slightly bigger bathroom. Mary said my wildlife isn't exciting, but I have a deer. Oh, that's cool. That brings her fawns to my yard every night, and a small fox that chases bugs under the one lone street light. Oh my gosh. Our neighbor saw a coyote the other day and took some pictures and sent them around. Oh, wow. Carrie, wow. But I want to do what I do here for my job. Hi, Lisa. I've been thinking about you. Have you been spinning? Chris said, Yellowstone, the Badlands, Fort Laramie. Just me, my 2-year-old sister and mother. Oh, gosh, yeah. We saw Yellowstone. We did not have time to go to the Badlands. We kind of drove, around the edge. Oh, my gosh, Deanne's going to Guatemala. Yeah. Especially, this sounds so American, and I'm sorry. But because of the way it sounds. But when you leave the country and things are so different as far as you just can't have your normal stuff. That sounds weird. But you can't have your normal coffee, and soda is different and everything's different. And you start to just miss your normal environment. Maybe it doesn't sound American, I don't know. But we were laughing because we were talking about how the settlers took wagons with like teams of oxen and horses, and they crossed those mountains. They crossed rocky mountains. We were talking about it. We could barely drag the camper through with a truck, right? And we were kind of laughing because we're in like, I don't know, Iowa or Nebraska, and I was complaining because the well water tasted different. And I'm like, I would straight up die. If I had to be like a pioneer woman, I would straight up die. I'd be like, this water tastes weird. Then I just dry up and blow away in the wind. Yeah, dysentery. That's probably true. Well, and they died at like 42, right? Hey, Elizabeth, how are you? It's Elizabeth, right? Can you imagine dying of dysentery? What a terrible way to die. Gosh, it'd be awful. Oh my gosh, Dion, that's awesome. Chris said I have English friends who travel with their own tea no matter where they travel. I don't blame them. You know, there's a few things where you're just like, I just want my own thing. And like, what's really weird is we've been to Mexico to travel for fun, for vacations a few times. And even the sodas taste different. And then you get back and you're like, why does Coke taste so weird? But yeah, Candy said, oh, funny, I hear you about the water, though, especially since our well water is really good. Ours is, too. Well, we think it is, but, I mean, really, it's just anything different. I can't take it. I don't know why water is the thing I notice. But that's a good idea. Bouillon. Now, why do you bring back bouillon cubes? Why is that the choice? Gosh, I've missed you guys. I don't know if I really realized how much until we were finally all back here. Oh gosh, poor Carrie. Carrie said, while we were in Seattle, Dan asked for a pop, and the waiter said, what? That's what we call it here. Crystal said cane sugar is used in Mexican Coke. In the USA, it's made with corn syrup. I actually like the cane sugar Coke better, and we can buy it here. There's a place right down the street that sells, they call it Mexican Coke, and it comes in glass bottles. But it's weird. I like them both. You know what I mean? I also like my familiar, normal thing that I'm used to. I'm just a big baby. Elizabeth said, when I was in Costa Rica, I started craving Twinkies so bad, and I don't even like them. I think it was knowing I couldn't get one that made me want it. That happened to me when I was in Mexico the very second time in my life. I started to crave a bagel, and I was like, I need an American, like, deli bagel. You know, you couldn't get one. But all I could think about was stinking bagels. Penny asked, is this sweater for you? Yes, it is. I've been trying forever to get the color right, and I think I kind of did. Why would they stop you about toothpaste? Crystal said, we get Mexican Coke here. I find it more satisfying where cane syrup Coke makes me want to drink more. You know, that actually makes a lot of sense. Don't they say that corn syrup is like addictive? Here's the sweater fiber. I don't know if you can you really tell? Not really. It looks brighter on my screen. It's pretty like quiet color, muted. It's going to take forever. Oh my gosh. So Tanya, have you always had it though? Dr. Pepper. She said Dr. Pepper was hard to find here for years and I love it. It's getting easier now. I grew up on Dr. Pepper. And Mellow Yellow. Is that even still like made? That was like Coke's answer to Mountain Dew when I was a kid. Uh-oh. Oh, Garden always said corn syrup is poison and so are artificial sweeteners. Danielle asked, how many ounces of fiber are you spinning for the sweater? I think it is 1.5 pounds, but that should be a ton for me. Because I won't spin it thick. Lori asked, what shade of blue did you use? I was thinking about this earlier today. I'm pretty sure that yes, we do, Hermit. I'm pretty sure that I used sky blue, periwinkle, both of those are jacquard, and then silver gray. I think the silver gray was the Dharma version, because there's also a jacquard silver gray. Dion said that's funny about the bagel. I'm from Philly, and I didn't know that you got bagels from the supermarket because we always got fresh ones from the stands. Yeah. We've even made them. Elizabeth said when I was in Korea, I ate at Starbucks for breakfast daily. Everything tastes the same. Okay, so I haven't done that. That must be kind of weirdly comforting. Oh, Candy. You know what, though? It is nice to be able to just, like, cook your own stuff. I mean, we did mostly cooked on this trip. We went out a few times, but we mostly cooked. You know, I wasn't really sure how long we could, like, leave the dogs inside the camper, and I don't feel that comfortable with it. Because I don't know if they're barking at the neighbors or what. But, I like being able to, like, cook my own food whenever I feel like it. And it's nice for the two of us because then if we don't feel like eating at the same time, we don't have to and all that. Carrie said Mr. Pibb is good, but that medical degree does make the pop taste better. I've never had Dr. Pepper gum. Oh, Kim, that's exciting. I'm weird. I don't really like Dr. Pepper anymore. I mean, I grew up on it, but I don't really like it anymore. And I don't like Mr. Pibb. And I don't like root beer. Not that they taste the same. I just don't know why I don't. Noodles with butter and ketchup. I've never heard of. Margarita said my husband calls Dr. Pepper sweet nectar. We also have this thing that I think is a Michigan thing called RC Cola, or was that everywhere in the U.S.? Thank you, Elizabeth. It's horrible. Why? Dion said I'm excited about all the fresh fruits and veggies. The house we're staying has bananas, avocados, lemon, limes, mangoes, and other fresh foods. We rented a house in Jamaica once, and we got to eat so many cool, for the same reason, because there was trees all over the property, all different fruits and stuff. It was so fun. Oh, okay, all right. Okay, all over the Midwest at least. I've never had a moon pie. Crystal said RC Cola and moon pies. I once dated a guy long ago, before I met John, who was like very upset that I never had a moon pie. I thought it was Royal Crown Cola. Diet Right. So good. I totally agree. Tab was weird. Verner's is here in Wisconsin, but wasn't easy to find at first. Didn't Verner start here in Michigan? Verner's I cannot touch. My mom used to give it to us every time our stomachs were like messed up, and now if just the even smell of it, I'm like, ugh. Whew. I like Diet Coke too, but I actually like Diet Pepsi a little bit better. I think it stays, this makes no sense. I think it stays fizzy longer. Doesn't moon pie have marshmallow in the middle? Who was like, you know what? Let's take these 2 cookies and make a marshmallow sandwich. Let's do it. I do remember Big Red. I actually like Diet Coke and Diet Pepsi. I just like Diet Pepsi a tiny bit better. Yeah, Verner's, I cannot do it. Oh, how fun. I do not remember the Flintstones being on prime time. Wasn't Big Red like a Mountain Dew thing? I don't know. How did we even get all up on this? Okay, Rock said I had to give up on aspartame. Gives me brain fog and muscle pains. I have noticed that I definitely get more inflammation, like joint pain, if I have more aspartame. So I kind of stay away from it when I can. But didn't they have Diet Pepsi with sucralose for a while or something? Whatever, back in the 60s. That's not really old. Lottie Pop. So you have them in New Zealand, Tanya. Oh gosh. Ugh. Yes, Fresca. Oh, gosh, that actually makes me kind of want to try one. Kelly said moon pies are like giant s'mores. Oh, goodness. Isn't it something else? Sucralose gives Margie a headache, where I like it better. Isn't so interesting? I know, Carrie said I saw stuff from my childhood in an antique store, and it will never be the same. And I will never be the same. I'm telling you. 80s music is like classic. What is Bubble Up? Mary said I drink Bubble Up when I have soda, but that's only in 4-pack glass and oh, I see. That's a certain kind. You guys are so funny. Yes, Rhonda did. Rhonda said Big Red tastes exactly like the penicillin I used to have to take when I was a kid and had strep. No, they have whoopie pies all. Deb said our whoopie pies are PA thing. They're all down the eastern seaboard. Oh gosh, I've not tried the Zevia Pop. Rock said when our daughter was in high school, she asked us if we got our vinyl records at the antique stores because that's where her friends bought them. No. We called each other on landlines and went down to the record store, okay? Or we got them in the mail, which was something special. Really, what happens when you get aspartame poisoning? Gosh, wow. Don't get me on fabric. I really want to sew some soon. Yes, Columbia House. They probably are still after me, Columbia House. They'll never give up. They want their $6.95. Carrie said Dan likes to tell stories about how he would stay overnight in line in front of the record store because that's where the Ticketmaster was. Yeah. Yes. Oh, goodness. That's awful. Penny said, has anyone knitted the ranunculus sweater? I think I've looked at it. I feel like it might be in my queue. Rocks, if you didn't return the postcard, they sent you the record and the invoice. That's right. Oh, seriously. Columbia House is probably after 80% of the 80s generation. When are they going to give up? Just go away, Columbia House. Oh, good. Shoo. I mean, I did just buy my car, and it didn't come up on my credit, so I'm probably okay. I'm in the clear. We picked it up the day before we left on a 15-day vacation. So for 15 days, I was thinking about my new girlfriend back here in the garage that I wanted to drive around really, really bad. Yes, Garden always said Ticketmaster back in the day when concert tickets were $15 for a top name band. I think I paid $15 to see Poison. Oh, did I say that out loud? That was a mistake. Brenda, Brenda said I'm seriously getting a sewing urge again after about 15 years or so. Do you think it's like fall coming on? Because all of a sudden I want to sew. Yep. Oh my gosh, Rhonda, you are right. Columbia House must now be the ones making those calls about our extended warranty for our cars or our student loans. Like, I'm 47. You are not calling me about my student loan. Come on. Yeah, Carrie. Did you see Poison in your acid wash jeans? Of course. Rock said, I started sewing again last spring and then took a break for summer. I'm getting ready to start again. I like to have some holiday projects that I'd like to work on. And I have some towels that I need to hem that needs to happen like right away. Oh my goodness, Mary. You paid $100 to see Larry the Cable Guy? I don't know what to say. Brock said so many great ways to learn more about sewing online these days. Whoosh, you're not kidding. My mom taught me a lot, but you don't remember it all if you don't use it. Welcome back, Teresa. Yes, and my hair was big. I was with friends. I've never seen Van Halen. Brenda said, yeah, I think seeing other people making some of their own clothes on YouTube and Insta is getting her motivated. That's fun. Tanya, that's sad. I'm sorry. Are you all right? And I'm not kidding when I say that because I think that's a signal. Oh my goodness. Rock said, I have a skirt length of hand-woven wool tweed that came in a vintage knitting kit. I've knit the sweater, but need to sew it up and now need to sew the skirt. Mail it to me so I can sew it up. I love sewing stuff up. Oh, that's fun, Mary. I'm teasing you anyways. You should see whoever makes you happy. Me too, Deb. Deb said I miss big hair. You know what? 2 things. I'm considering growing out my natural color. You guys can't really tell, but because it just looks weird and dark. But I'm thinking about growing it out. Oh, Tanya, no, I'm so sorry. But I do miss big hair. I loved big hair. Big perms. I hope that you, Tanya, I hope that you are going to be all right and that it's something that you can take care of. I'm getting a lot of gray. Carrie, I think you're talking about my hair. Yes, I'm happy to post a high hair pic. I'm trying, Elizabeth. Elizabeth said, I appreciate you reading the comments. I can't spin and read yet. Well, in that way, too, people can tell what I'm actually responding to. I had to get perms in order to get my hair big. So I would like, this is how awful I was. I would bleach it, and then I would get all these like protein treatments to heal it, and then I would perm it and wreck it again. Oh, well, okay, Tanya, just know, seems like you got a lot of good wishes here, and hope you are okay, and hope you just take care of yourself. Oh, see, Rox had the perms. Carrie's talking about the hair. It's more and more silver, and like right now, I have my roots are grown out more, my color's grown out more than I normally let it, and so I was really seeing that I have like all this silver along the edges, and I'm like, maybe I should just embrace it. It's got to happen someday. It doesn't have to happen, but maybe I'm ready. Oh, Tanya, she said, thank you. My kids are all up in the looking after me thing. Aren't you so glad that you have them to do that? That is so, yeah, I think it's time for me to do that. Rock said I loved giving up coloring my hair. I don't know. Maybe I'll like highlight it while it grows out just to blend it in, because right now it's a little stressful with the roots, but we'll get there. Brenda said, gray is beautiful. At least that's what I tell myself. I think maybe I'll like it. The only time I haven't colored my hair in my adult life is when I was pregnant with my son, because at that time they were saying, we don't know. We think maybe coloring your hair is bad for the baby. And I was like, I didn't want to take a chance. Not that there's anything wrong with coloring your hair. I don't know, but I might do that. Just get some highlights. It is in, but I cannot get used to looking at it. Garden always said two-tone hair is in these days. I think they call it ombre. They do it on purpose, but I can't get used to it. I mean, I'm not cool. I don't want to be like, I don't know, coloring it forever. I guess that's all I should say. I just don't really want to do that. It's really just going clear. Oh, bye, Elizabeth. No, I'm not cool. Not cool like in style and fashion, especially with my hair. Kim said my dad's girlfriend now gets low lights because she's so gray and she's afraid of being gray. I don't really want that to happen to me. I should have done it though during lockdown, right? That was like the perfect time to just let it, whatever. That's the thing, Brenda. Once you start, you really can't stop. You really can't stop. I mean, you can, but growing it out is weird. Don't be like Blanche Devereaux. What does that mean? Color it until I'm like 75? There's so many reasons not to be like Blanche Devereaux. And so many reasons why I never could be like her. Because I'm way more like Dorothy. Well, Crystal, if you'd like pink hair for a while, you can always use those like semi-permanent ones that wash out after 5 or 10 washes or whatever. Brenda said, I think the natural color would look good with a few highlights thrown in around your face. Keep it simple with just a little zhuzh. The thing is, I have so much silver that I think it'll look like highlights, believe it or not. Oh, worried about aging, yeah. Dawn said I colored mine purple for my granddaughter's graduation night. She loved it. I bet. Nico, thank you for all the dishcloth tutorials. I started weaving and they are my favorite to make. I'm so glad. I need to make myself a new set. I'm noticing that mine are starting to look a little bit worn, but I've had them for a while and they get used like every single day. Kelly said, I stopped dyeing mine at the beginning of lockdown. Now people remark on how gray I've gotten. I just say it happened when I stopped dyeing it. Yeah, I think I'll be fine. Oh, Bears is more of a Sophia. I love it. Pretty sure I'm a Dorothy. I hate to say it because she was mean sometimes, but... Bye, Kelly. Yeah, my white, because it's getting white. Hey, Bonnie, how are you? Venus said I started turning gray before I was 16. I dyed back to my original color, dark auburn, for years, and finally said no more. Nice. Yeah, my first husband had black hair, and he was like 19 when he started getting like white hairs in the temples. Oh, Candy, what kind of yarn did you use for yours? Did you use, is it sugar and cream or peaches and cream? I can't remember. Oh, Carrie. Carrie said, I like to think I'm Dorothy, but I'm probably a Rose. Oh. All right, bye, Tanya. Bye, Rox. I'm so glad to see you guys too, and I'm so glad that you were here. Thank you. Brenda, that's cool. Go for the rogue look. I like it. Dion said, I think it's interesting how people feel the need to say things that aren't a compliment. It's so interesting. You guys, I'm going to just tell you this because I know it's safe now. I got a crazy email shortly before we left. I haven't even told John this. And this lady, like, said, I don't want to offend you, but, and then she ripped me up about what I wear and, like, some of the movements that I make. I don't know how to exactly say it, but I was like, am I going to just go above this and ignore it? What am I going to do? I don't want to clap back and be nasty because I don't want to turn into that person. So I'm like, okay, what do? I thought about it and I'm like, no, this is not okay. So I said to her, like, I really don't want to offend you either, but that was not appropriate to say to me. It was really not cool. And if you came into my home and spoke to me that way, you would not be invited back. And basically then I just like said, I really do wish you the best. And there's tons and tons of people to choose from and watch on YouTube. And I was like, you know, I wish you the best. You know, good luck to you. But I don't know. Maybe I should have just ignored it. I don't understand it. Well, I mean, I tried to say it more nicely than that. Katie said, tell her if she doesn't like, then don't watch. But, you know, at first, my first thought was, like, I should just ignore it. And just pretend it never happened. And then I'm like, no, I don't have to. As long as I can be nice, it's okay to say, like, that was not all right to say to me. I don't know. It's sad. It's actually sad. I know it's sad, but I didn't tell John about it because I was, like, upset about it. It's I don't know. Oh, and then, well, I shouldn't tell you guys that. Never mind, because you'd be able to go find out who it was. Never mind. I don't want that to happen. I don't want something bad to happen. We can all have a bad day. We can all say things and wish we had phrased them better. I get it. Yes, Nico asked, this is how it works. Can you ban someone from a YouTube channel? what happens is, and I have done this, I've had to do it. It's called hiding the user. So they can watch and they can leave comments, but no one, including me, will ever see them ever again. They can see their own, but that's it. So, you can't technically ban them. They can still find you. But I did have to ban this person from my Etsy shop because of the same stuff now. So, it happens though. I mean, when you put stuff on the internet, and it does not have to be a YouTube channel, it can be just like your normal posts on your own Facebook or all that stuff. When you put stuff out there, sometimes people, you know, kind of get like caught up. I don't know the word, but ooh. So Monica thinks I should have ignored it. Candy said it's just weird. I don't think I could ignore it either, but sounds like you handle it well. The older I get, the less hesitant I am to address those kinds of things. I can be nice about it, but firmly tell someone to take it elsewhere. Okay, yeah, that's kind of where I was coming from. And I thought to myself, like, maybe you really don't realize that it wasn't okay. Why? If I didn't like, I mean, I see stuff I don't like on YouTube all the time, and I don't write them a note and say, I didn't like that. But what you did or said, or the way you moved. Whatever. It was fine. You do wonder, though, if you handle it right or wrong. I didn't tell John, but I know he knows now because he's upstairs listening. Whatever. Well, that's the thing. I mean, if you came into my house and talked to me that way, I would be like, what are you doing? I hope so. I hope so. But I also really don't want to let that stuff make me like them. You know what I mean? Make me attack them or be mean to them. So Mary said, no, I'm over 50 and I personally have zero time for that. Like me, fine, don't walk away because your opinion only affects you, not me. Yeah. Whatever. Did not make a friend that day. But what are you going to do? Thanks, Brenda. Brenda said, I think you handled it brilliantly. Okay, so where should we go on our next road trip? Since we're all here and we're all from different places, Monica said, my friend told me that I need to dress more like a mom. I basically told her I don't have time to dress like I'm going to a ball. Blue jeans and a t-shirt most days is what I have time for. Chris said, lots of people believe you are entitled to their opinions. Exactly, Carrie. Let's just say she wasn't happy with the size of my front region that I can't really do anything about. And I don't think that anyone should say stuff like that. Oh yeah, I felt bad for a minute, but it didn't last. Oh, Brenda said come here to Washington. Washington State? M2Y asks, is that a fingering weight spin you are doing? I think I'm going to do 3. Okay, first of all, we went to Custer State Park on this trip. We did not have time for the Badlands. I think it's going to be a 3-ply, so maybe like a DK. Mary said I've gotten too honest, and I'm good with that, but I'm also learning what affects me and what don't, and what to let go. Come to Philadelphia. Hi, Terry, how are you? Melanie said we're going to Utah for our next road trip. Monica said that I ignored it. I'm a mom, and people shouldn't critique you because of what you wear or what size you are. I agree. No, she wasn't jealous. She felt like it was too visible, I guess. Sorry. What, should I look over my shoulder? I always wear jeans and a t-shirt, so. Holmes County, Ohio. I've probably been there. You know, we have a lot of Amish people here, too. Washington State. Wow, there's a lot of Washington. Ooh, Graceland, you guys, I just heard thunder. Katie said, I love Wyoming. I would love to make an extended vacation to the Dakotas. I absolutely loved Wyoming. Seriously, Carrie, I don't even think I show that much. I can't help it. Kim, you should be able to wear whatever makes you comfortable. Period. And no one gets to have an opinion. No, Mary, I didn't. I didn't. Come to Oregon. I'm in a t-shirt and a skirt right now. Yeah. I know. You know what? It was all fine. I just was like, whatever. What can you do? Exactly. Montana was very, very fun. Montana there's so much. Did I say we went through Idaho? We also went through part of Idaho. I have done that. Candy said, I'm the mom that would drop kids off at school in my house coat and slippers. I have dropped them off in my PJs. In fact, I was coming home once and the serpentine belt in John's old truck broke. It was awful. I had to get a tow. I had to get a tow truck and ride home with the tow truck driver in my pajamas. I never did it again after that. That's the day I should have channeled Blanche Devereaux and just been proud to be in my jammies, but I wasn't. And slippers. Bye, Lisa. I hope to see you Thursday. I want to see what you're spinning. And I have a bat for you. It was fine. It was nothing to get upset about. I just regret and worry that maybe I didn't handle it right. Yeah, it wasn't cool. And I wasn't very far from home either, Dion. I was probably like 2 miles from home. But too far to walk in my PJs. Come to San Antonio when you have snow and ice. I was just telling John that we should really do Texas like during the summer or winter sometime. Mary said, I keep wanting to do a little YouTube because I do virtually everything mechanical and home repair, basic yard, garden, and craft on a fixed income. But there will be that's true. It's true. It's okay to just embrace that right away. That's cool, Crystal. T-shirt and leggings. Yeah, that's exactly what I mean. Kim. You could always make them ride the bus, right? Carrie said, Dan and I once picked up the kids from marching band practice with the windows down, blasting the disco version of the Star Wars Imperial March. Dan was wearing a Vader mask. I bet that was fun. Were they embarrassed or were they like, that was cool, Mom? I have never been cool to my kids. Chris said, do Texas in late April. The hill country wildflowers are worth the crazy distances. Okay. Okay, New York State, right? NYS. I'll be there next month unless they cancel Rhinebeck. You know, while we were traveling, we really just didn't notice that things are tightening up in some places. I'm sure that that's what our kids would say. Like, we're used to you being weird, Mom, or Trish, or John, or Dad. What is grunted out? Hair needs washed, etc. Thinking, oh, always grunged. I see. That was one of the things that was kind of nice about wearing masks, because I was like, I could just, if I put on a like baseball cap over my hair, I could just not even be noticed. Go to the store, sneak back out. But yeah, things are tightening up in some places. Like in Illinois, we weren't allowed in a gas station without masks, which was fine. I don't have a problem with it. I don't mind wearing them. I know everybody feels different, and I respect. Okay, Karen said, quick question. Looking at a merino silk blended spin fur shawl, how much do I order? What weight is the shawl and how big is it? Margaret said, sorry, I missed you. Trying to rip back the Sweet Georgia knit along. Hardest shawl I've ever made. Really? Oh, welcome back, Tanya. Yay. Dion said, that's my kids to me. Their friends would say, look at your mom. Their response is, that's just how she is, and go on with their stuff. It's all right. Garden always said, we're having a terrible spike in COVID cases in our children here in my county. Many hospitalized, daycare shut down, elementary schools closing, some classrooms. Yeah, it's happening. Oh, Mary said, a crafting friend recently passed and I purchased a set of 9-inch circulars from her estate sale, and hints, tips, likes, dislikes. What do you mean? Oh, the 9-inch. Those are those little tiny ones, right? I bet nobody ever told our kids that we were cool. Me, anyway. Probably John. He is cool. He knows a lot of fun stuff. Well, if you're doing lace weight, a small first-time shawl, I would say, gosh, that's still really hard because it depends on how thick it is, how dense it is, how lacy it is. Do you know what kind of yardage you need? That would probably be helpful. Look for a pattern and then find out how much yardage and what weight the yarn is, meaning like worsted, fingering weight, all that, and that would help us know how much you need for that, if that makes sense. Just to help a little, if I was doing like worsted for 200 yards, I would need 4 ounces about. And if I was doing fingering weight, I would get 400 yards out of 4 ounces. Oh my gosh, my brain. Okay, large needles. Okay, let me go back. Okay. Brenda Wright said, if I were to dye a humbug BFL with just one color of the dye, do you think it would turn out? It would, definitely. It's really cool. And in fact, I recommend you try it. You'll get like a heather from it. My nieces call me Auntie Dork. Oh, it's so sweet. I love that. Whenever I say, oh, bye, KJ. You too. Whenever I say I'm a dork, John says, you're adorkable. Joining. Oh, you can do it, Brenda. What's the worst that happens? That's not true. But you're funny. Dion said you have some spinning magic going on and you get like 400 yards out of 1 ounce. That's... No. There you go. Karen said, perfect. It's a great suggestion. If it works out, fine. Otherwise, a great time was had by all. That's how I feel. Yeah, you don't have to finish it. I do feel like, I mean, everyone's different. For me, his patterns are like a bit of a crapshoot if I'm going to like them or if I'm not. Some of them I absolutely love. Candy said, I tend to lean toward a DK more often than not for a lot of things. You mean to knit or when you're spinning? Someday I'm gonna weigh that on camera so you can believe me. That sweater is like a wisp of a thing. Uh-oh. Oh, gosh, I hope not too, Penny. Fingers crossed. I've heard totally mixed reviews. Just try not to worry because you're doing it either way, right? Kim said, for my second spin ever, I did 8 ounces of Corriedale and got 700 yards. I thought I did okay, but would like to spin fingering weight. That's pretty close. You're getting close. Was that a 2-ply? Uh-oh. Oh, Carrie said, my knit group here, we have made several inappropriate jokes about some of the past make-along shawls. I mean, that's what knit groups are for, inappropriate jokes. It's the long draw, Dion. The long draw gets you yardage that you never could get out of spinning like worsted prep and worsted drafts. Crystal said, I have almost 2 pounds in a sweater. I think the whole time I was thinking I need to replace my winter coat. Did it end up to be too much? Too much yarn? Or Mary said, I went thinking of bringing home a craft-related tool because it was something we shared. Sadly, the kids dumped the majority of her crafting, spinning things with one person that barely knew her. Isn't that sad? Oh. Carrie said, definitely we have chased people off the Panera. I mean, I have such a cool local group. So many fun people. We laugh and laugh and laugh. Hi, Jennifer. You did make it. Welcome. Okay, Dion, you got it. Yes, you got it. You mean on how to learn it? When you say do more on it, talk about how to try it out? What do you mean by that? Yes, I have one of those that I knit Crystal for John. He uses it when he goes hunting because it's cold out. Okay, Brenda said, I haven't dyed anything yet, but have everything I need. I have a large quantity of BFL for a sweater spin, so I'm glad to hear my first time I can use just the one color and get the result I want. Yeah, it'll be cool. Okay, all right, Dion. There is there's a video that I did ages ago where I basically just dyed a multicolored fleece green and then carded it. I mean, you don't need to go that far, obviously. But I will say that if you're going to do a sweater out of it and it seems like it's uneven, if you just break it up into strips, it will even itself out in the spin, sort of. It'll still be like heathery. Margaret said, I've just bought the fast whirl for my aura to try to get fingering weight. That's exciting. It seems like the auras should go pretty fast, no? I still want a rose. There is one for sale in Massachusetts, but she's not willing to ship, and I don't have the cash right now, so. Yes, I mean in the ply. What I meant was, let me see how to say this. So if you split it, the more times you split it, the more it will like repeat the color sequence over and over and over again, and that makes it seem more and more blended the more times you repeat it. I don't know how else to explain that. Maybe I should actually do a video on it, huh? Me too, Tanya. That's one of my favorites. The heather look is too fun. I like when you look at it and you see one color, but then when you look closely, you see all different colors. That's fun. It's worth a try, Margaret. Bonnie said, Penny, move your arm around a lot during the 15-minute waiting period after getting the vaccine. That'll distribute the vaccine better and reduce sickness. Really? Karen said I could spin forever. My daughter spins a lot too. It's fun. Oh my gosh. I just wish I could sit sometimes and work on all different, like I wish I could do more than one thing at once because I still have dish towels on my loom. So I'm like, I want to spin, I want to weave, I want to knit, I want to do all of it. That's true. If it's meant to happen, it will. And honestly, I'm not hurting for wheels. Let's just be real. I've had a few moments because that minstrel is still in the box where I thought, really, I should just sell it straight up in the box the way it is, or do a giveaway or something. I mean, I have a standard brother drum carder to give away as soon as we hit 10,000 subscribers. I love giving stuff away. Oh. Rhonda said I have crafting ADD. I have so many projects going. Me too. And so many I want to do. So many. Margaret said I spun a kilogram of Wensleydale to a chain 7 wraps per inch, and my husband peg wove a rug with it. I bet that wore really nicely. Have you been using it for long? Do you have a dog? Does the dog hair get stuck? I have so many questions because I'd really like a peg loom woven rug, but I'm afraid that Gus's hair will like wedge itself in. Brenda said, sometimes I wish I had more arms so I can do all the things all at the same time. Me too. Oh, that is really nice, Karen. Teresa, you lucky. What kind did you buy? Teresa bought a Daedalus last week. Laura's got the fast whirl for the aura. I know. I love this group too. And I love that so many of you guys can understand, you know, what it's like to want to work on like everything at once. And then I never, well, not never, but I struggle to get anything done because, you know, I want to work on all of it. Ooh, it's getting dark out. If you guys hear thunder, don't be surprised. Margaret said, no dog, just us, and it's only 6 days old, and in a place we won't walk too much. It covers stain on the carpet. Good thinking. Oh, a Starling version 3. That's so exciting. Okay, so Monica said cat hair will. my twinning rug, is it twinning rug? Twining rugs have my cat's hair in them, and in them I have to wash them weekly because they love to sit on them. Yeah, I'm thinking that they're gonna love it. That's the problem though. Luther doesn't really shed, but Gus's hair just like has a barb on the end, like lab hair, and just you can't get it out. Yep. Carrie said same. Sometimes I have trouble sleeping because I'm trying to plan how I will spend my fiber time the next day. Totally. I've gotten out of bed early so that I can weave or whatever, knit, whatever. Daedalus V3. You know, if they were in stock all the time, I'd probably already have one. So it's saving me, you know. Oh, that's good. So, all right. Old English Bulldog hair is a beast like that, too. I believe it. It is the same kind of like, what's the, like, really coarse, short. I don't know if I'm aware of what that is. Brenda said, I've been thinking about the shocked yarn counter. What is that? It's kind of a big pop for a yarn counter. I just put a fishing line measure or whatever. That's not the right word. Did they? In my Amazon wish list for Christmas for counting yardage. M2Y said, does it make a difference which end of roving you spin from? So this is going to be a long answer. The very traditional worsted preps should have been so that, hang on a minute, so that all the ends go in the same direction and all the butts go in the same direction, but they don't really do that anymore. So the real answer is it shouldn't matter. But if it's like super traditional, it could matter. And if it feels better one way over the other, that's all that matters, period. Like if it feels like it's going better. I think pug hair is like that too, because Gus is half beagle, half lab and half beagle. Do you like it, Dion? Dion said I bought the Dreaming Robot Yarn Counter on his Kickstarter, $50. I always just count it as I wind it. Don't be embarrassed, Mary. Mary said, I'm almost embarrassed to admit, but I moved a couch cushion to clean, and it looked like that fabric under them is growing hair. My white lab's hair is embedded straight into it. It's just crazy. Okay, I would love to hear if you love it. What I'm thinking is, after I do a project and I have leftover yarn, it would be nice to be able to like reball it and run it through a counter and know exactly how much is there for like later on. Yeah, the dog hair thing. I have to clean my old car because we're going to have to put it up for sale now that the new car is all here and everything. And I'm really not looking forward to it because Gus's hair is so hard to get out. Oh, oh my gosh. I never even thought about that, Dion. Oh, Candy said, this is about spinning roving from one end. I just start from one end, and if it seems like it bunches when I spin it, I turn it around. Rhonda has 2 Australian Shepherds in the house. Dog hair is a constant battle, yeah. Yeah, we got a new robot vac recently. Yeah, I never thought about that, Carrie, you're right. But I would be embarrassed even to let a teenager see it right now. It's awful. Dion said no leftover singles. What fiber are you spinning? Oh, this is I think it's BFL silk. Yeah, Jennifer said, I'm concerned that when I wind my yarn and try to count, I may have stretched it and have a wrong count. Okay, I love this question, or this concern, because I've thought about this. And I guess I'd like to know what you guys think, because I always feel like, aren't they stretching it like when they count it in a mill? Is that not stretched kind of too? Oh, but for the new car, I bought one of those hammock things for the back seat so he can ride in there, because I'm afraid he's going to wreck my seats with his toenails. Dion said, is that your ice dyed fiber? No, I dyed this maybe the beginning of the summer, but it was not in a video. Just in the great big huge 6-inch deep hotel pan. I just did it all in one big immersion. Yeah, Candy said, I'm never accurate on counting, but for me it's close enough off my PVC nitty naughty since it's usually more than what I measure at. That makes sense. So you're always like, you have a slush amount. I think we're getting a storm. Crystal said a rubber squeegee will help you getting out dog fur from carpet. I'm gonna try it. Oof. Oh, yep, it's raining. I can hear it. Kim said, has anyone spun tussa? I have an alpaca tussa mix. Oh, you lucky. I have. Tanya said, I take off 1/2 meter in length to account for stretch. There you go. I think it kind of depends on the yarn too. Like, some things stretch more than others. I know, I'm sorry. Kim, you're right. That is rude. I pretty much film everything now. Just some things don't make it in. Believe it or not. Oh, all right, you guys, it's been an hour and a half. I'm going to go and put my last load of camping laundry in the dryer. Oh, yeah, Brenda said you can also get quite a bit of shrinking after washing, so you have to count it again. Some things shrink more than others. That's true, too. Thank you so much for being here. My first time back, you guys. I'm so happy to see you. And I think Monday there should be an unboxing, which is tomorrow, right? And then Tuesday there will be a normal. I'm going to, Carrie. It's the thrill of the fight. I know, right? Oh, and just in case anybody's interested, next Friday, I'm going to just turn on live and like do bats for a little while and just do it. Do them live like I did the Friday right before we left. Was that Friday? What day was that? I'm so happy. I'm home and I'm with my people. And my laundry's caught up. So you guys all have a great week, but I'll see you before that next Sunday. I mean, you know. Okay. I'm going to go. You guys have a great week. I will see you soon, though. I love you. Bye.